Hi, my name is Miok Pak. I'm an assistant professor of Korean linguistics and language in the Department of East Asian Languages and Literatures at GW. I'm a linguist by training, so I studied linguistics at Georgetown with a special focus on Korean linguistics and Korean syntax, actually. Broadly, my research topics can be grouped into three. First is pure theoretical morphosyntactic topics. Second is more of an interface between syntax, semantics, and pragmatics. And lastly, topics that are more pragmatic oriented, so like sociolinguistic topics. So my representative work include work on clause typing, agreement, allocutivity, addressee, and politeness. So I know that some of these sound really like technical and you probably won't understand what I'm saying. Well, linguistics does include a lot of technical terms, so I'll try to talk in plain terms as much as possible, hoping that people will understand what I'm saying. So some of these topics I've been working collaboratively with linguists at Yale University and also Georgetown as collaborative research is a common practice in the field of linguistics. To start off, I worked as a postdoctoral research fellow at Georgetown after getting a degree. And the topic that we had to work on as a postdoctoral research fellow was clause typing. It was an NSF grant that was granted to professors Raffaele Zanardini and Paul Portner at Georgetown, and I was their student. So I got involved in this big project, which lasted for about 3 years. So this clause typing topic actually was very interesting because we started thinking about imperatives, especially. Imperatives are like directives or more easily commands, like sit down or behave yourself. And these imperatives have a very unique properties, such as the subject of imperatives would always have to be addressee, meaning like the hearer or listener, right? And also the imperative sentences cannot be easily embedded. So compared to other sentences like declarative, you could say, John said to Mary that Paul went shopping. That's fine, but you cannot say John ordered Paul go shopping unless it's understood as a direct quotation. So there's these kind of unique properties of imperatives. So we started looking at imperatives for the goal of finding these unique properties, special properties of imperatives, and what contributes or attributes to identifying them as imperatives. Korean was a especially interesting one because Korean has this particular particle at the end of sentence, like la particle, which marks that it's a command. So we started looking at Korean, English, Italian, Sanskrit, German, Bhojpuri, which is like a dialect of Hindi. So all these cross-linguistic investigations were very fascinating, and that's how I got into the topic of clause typing, and then that led to another topic such as embeddability, and that led to the topic of addressee, and that led to the topic of speaker-addressee relation in syntax, and so on like that. So it just sort of went on. Korean is very interesting because it's got this particular particles. And that's not the only interesting part about Korean language. It has all the other type of interesting, unique properties that is only, visible in Korean language. So by studying Korean language, you're not only contributing to the Korean linguistics field, but also to the broader linguistics in general. So, this kind of topic is not only for Korean studies, but I think it's got a broader implication. And as a scholar, you have so much to contribute. So, this is something I think that everybody who's interested in the Korean language would love to pursue.